As we approach the 7th anniversary, Sandy Hook still remains one of the deadliest school shootings, and parents are determined to continue to push change to the next level. Now, the recent PSA released by Sandy Hook, it is meant to shock us, but it's also meant to have us talk about it. Take a look.
These scissors really come in handy in art class. These colored pencils, too.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver. I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Please welcome Sandy Hook parents Nicole Hockley and Mark Barden. Thank you.
Thank you, Tamron.
Nicole, the premise of the PSA, we go out with our children to buy their school supplies. You think they're going to be using a pair of scissors to do something in art.
Yeah.
And there she was preparing to protect herself from
Yeah.
a school shooter. Why was this approach necessary?
I think it was really important for us to kind of shock parents into thinking about what kids are afraid of in school today and to really spark conversation, because we want parents and adults to be talking about this with their kids. What's their experience and what can be done to ensure that they don't have that experience, that they know that their school is safe, that their community is safe. So that was the aim of this PSA, to really break through the noise and get people thinking and talking about, because this is not the reality we want for our children.
Mark, it certainly broke through. What was the reaction you saw and heard?
We've had tremendous reaction from it, Tamra. It resonates with people. We have students telling us from all over the country, thank you for showing folks what we are already experiencing. They're training for active shooter events, and we want them to be training for how to prevent this from happening.
Mm-hmm. And that's the thing I believe that we haven't discussed as much as we should. I don't even know what the level is of how much discussion we're supposed to be having, but to know that I did tornado drills in school. Mm-hmm. You know, we duck and cover, and that there are kids across this country doing active shooter drills.
Yeah, and some of these drills are really very realistic as well.
Where kids leave frightened, even more than they were.
Kids are traumatized by these things, as are the teachers and the educators around them. We need to be wary of them as well. And this is not the experience that we want our kids to remember from their school years. Not hiding in bathrooms or trying to find dark places or how to fight back even if there's a shooter in the building.
Last month, Nicole, you posted a tweet that I think stopped everybody in our tracks. It was about your son, Dylan, that he has been gone longer than he was alive. She wrote, today it's been 2,474 days since Dylan was murdered at Sandy Hook. 2,774 days since he's been gone from my life. He was only in my life 2,473 days. I feared today, with him being gone longer than he was here, I would forget him.
That was a real fear for me, that, he was 6 when he was killed. And thinking, would I remember what his laugh sounded like, what his hair smelled like, how it felt to have his hand in mine. It terrified me. And I don't think any parent ever wants to be in that situation where they're thinking about, am I going to forget my child? Am I going to forget the person that's meant so much to me?
Mark, with Daniel, I remember being a part of cable news, and we're covering it, and people said everything would change after Newtown. You'll see, and you were out there telling people what we needed to do, meeting with lawmakers, presidents, lobbying, and now looking back at everything you've done to keep his memory alive and to make change. How do you measure where we are?
I will continue to advocate on behalf of my little Daniel and my surviving children, James and Natalie, and for all children. We know that change is possible. We know that we have solutions. We know that we can prevent this. We will continue to work toward that. And we have seen a lot of change. We've seen legislative change at the state level. And more importantly, we've seen the change that is the potential that we have with what we're doing with the organization.